Hello everyone and welcome to my studio. This is a new moon reading. It is the final new moon for the year of the wood snake. And now is a good time to really wrap things up. This is the final new moon for this year, and it's really asking us for the last time, what are we ready to let go of? And what soil do we want to prepare for 2026? The next time when I do another new moon reading, it will be officially the year of the fire horse. And I must honestly admit, I am ready for a change. I'm ready for a new rhythm and for a new cycle, for new momentum and freedom, and I am excited to share that energy with you. But before we get on the horse and gallop away, let's do a beautiful moon reading for this last season, last few weeks of this year. So let's get a flame of hope and peace going for 2026. And there we have it. May all beings benefit. Beautiful, right? So let's use a little bit of incense just to clear the deck and to just smudge the space. We give thanks for all our protection and our blessings. Let only truth, love and light and wisdom enter here. So I'm just going to smudge the cards and give thanks to the animal oracle. I'm using the deck of Colette Barrett-Reed, her Spirit Animal Oracle. It is truly one of my favorite oracle decks. And let's shuffle the cards for this reading. And we're asking the Spirit Animal guides now for guidance for this new moon in this beautiful month of January, new moon in Capricorn. And I like to just move the animals around. Oh dear, knocking over my crystals. I do want to just put the incense on that side. Beautiful sage that I'm burning. And I'm just arranging the animals. And in this vortex, we call upon wisdom, insight, and guidance for this Capricorn new moon. Let's bring all the guides together again. And the reason why I like to shuffle it like this is whether the card lands upright or upside down, that provides a specific insight into what message that particular spirit animal wants to give us, and just allowing the universe to shuffle that for us. And then I like to just cut the deck where it wants to fall open. That is where we're going to start with our journey. And the first card is upside down, and it is the squirrel spirit, and it's the number 57. So that is 10, 11, 12. So the number is 3. Okay, so let's leave that upside down. And let's look at what the author intended and share with you the message. So the squirrel spirit is asking us to believe in yourself. So let's look at this upside down message. The unpredictability of life can shake your confidence in yourself and your potential for handling the challenges that come your way. Does the thought of not having enough or being enough make you squirrely? Have you forgotten all your strength, wisdom, and resources? You have come so far on your wits and creativity, making use of all your potential and all that Spirit presents to you to help you through life's trying times. It is time to look back on your life and remember how your needs have always been met for the highest good. Even in your most challenging times, life loves you, and on so many treasures are hidden in plain sight, ready to be revealed when you most need them. So relax. Squirrel Spirit wants you to know that you are poised and ready for whatever is coming next. So trust yourself and trust that Spirit has your back. Thank you, Squirrel Spirit Animal, for bringing us this reminder that we can trust ourselves, we can believe in ourselves, and that all the treasures we seek are available to us. Right here, right now, it's already available. Thank you, Sage. You can now smudge on the side for me. Let's look at the second card. This one is upright. It's the number 13, which adds up to the number 4. And it's the beautiful cat spirit that has a message of claim your independence. So the cat spirit, in her beautiful playful nature, she's got beautiful wings, even a dream catcher as jewelry, a beautiful third eye. I love the way that the art is done in this beautiful spirit animal deck. So the cat spirit is saying to us, meow. She's calling you to claim your independence and allow for some space between you and others in your life. The only way you can grow in all your relationships now is to have a healthy sense of self-respect and self-worth. When you walk with dignity, knowing who you are, self-aware and willing to grow, trusting the value you bring, the world will mirror all of this back to you in kind. When you say no to codependency and enmeshment, live and let live, and practice taking risks as you wander into new territory, for you, the cat spirit rejoices. She is here to urge you to let your independent spirit roam free. Wow, I'm really thinking that this reading is so on par already with the energy that we are currently experiencing. And it wouldn't be a balance without some dog energy, hey? So our final card for this new moon is Dog Spirit number 19, which comes to the number 10, which is also number 1. So thank you, Spirit Animal, for showing up with your beautiful crown of flowers, an open third eye, and a medallion of honor. Beautiful, beautiful spirit. Alright, let's see what the dog spirit wants to share with us. Be loyal to what you love. Dog spirit appears to remind you that although change is part of life, and all of us are meant to evolve, our love and commitments remain strong. You are loved now and can trust that this bigger love is true. Spirit loves you, and love has arrived in many forms now, manifesting in the people you surround yourself with, expressed uniquely through them. Dog Spirit also says, be true to that which you love, for now is the time of good fortune. Be steady as you recognize that people and things are always transforming. Your heart is loving and true, and Dog Spirit wants you to know that your steadfast commitment to experiencing and expressing love will attract and manifest more love. You deserve all of it. Have faith in Spirit's plan for your life. Oh my word, this is just such a beautiful collection of cards. I do just want to grab my numerology I just wanted to look at the numerological insight as well. And I just need this little guidebook here from a numerological deck. So the first number was 12 was 3, right? So let's just quickly look at the number 3. Here we go. The number 3 is all about creativity. And it's asking us to let go of the sort of logical mind and the seriousness of life in order to partake in light-hearted endeavors that are stimulating and fun. Playful creative expression is important because it raises your vibration, which brings you closer to your dreams. This is a time to immerse yourself in any creative endeavor that lifts your spirit and makes you feel good. Through playful creative expression, I make my dreams come true. So for me, this card always deals with where we've been coming from, where we are and where we are headed. And this last sort of few weeks of this last cycle of moon movement has been a creative time. It has been a little bit of an upside down time as well. And a lot of endings, a lot of completions, a lot of old skin were being shed. There was a sense of mourning, a sense of loss, a sense of winter, a sense of darkness, a sense of going within, a sense of hibernation. Even though in the southern hemisphere it's deep summer, the experience was that of deep winter for us. And the scroll always reminds us to really sort of plan for the future by taking our treasures and being mindful of where we hide them and putting things aside so that when the season comes for us to partake of that it's available for us. So in our creativity, we've been using creativity to mourn, to heal, to remember, to integrate our shadow selves and what lessons we've learned in the year of the wood snake. Now in this in-between moment, the cat is for me such a good example of that in-between, because they are such fierce, independent, playful spirits. Let's look at the number 4. It's talking about perseverance, and it's saying, despite our current challenges, success is well within our reach. You are never given more than you can handle, and you have the strength and the ability to make it through whatever challenges you are facing. So with perseverance and persistence, you can make your dreams come true. And I really want to encourage you not to give up during this phase, because it might feel very overwhelming. There's this modern cycle of the calendar which talks about a new year, but the energy that we are currently experiencing is not that of a new year yet. It's still coming. We cannot mount the horse until we've finished shedding the old skin. So it is not a time for movement and momentum and for new projects and for diving in deep, even though the Western world calendar is telling you that you should be getting going. And maybe you've returned to work, maybe you've ended your holiday. So yes, there is that slow stirring, but the energy does not correspond with what we are currently experiencing, because we are still wrapping up endings. We are still finishing our grieving process. We are still integrating what we've learned in 2025. So this is a beautiful step forward from the number 3 of creative playfulness into number 4, which is asking us for a little bit more structure. And the goals that you set during this new moon for me would be, what new seeds would you like to plant, not only for this, current moon cycle, but also because it's the beginning of a new 9-year cycle. So I did touch on this in the previous reading. It is asking us to look at what is it that you want to give structure and form to over the next 9 years. Because now is the time to begin to place those seeds in the ground. And with absolute perseverance, you are able to make those seeds grow and nourish and become beautiful growing plants that will give you the fruit that you are looking for. And stepping forward from this new moon is leading us into a beautiful full moon, and the dark energy is here, and this is the number 1. 9 plus 1 gives us 10, and that 0 drops away, and it's the number 1 that talks about new beginnings. This is where plenty of opportunities will be presented to create a fresh start. These opportunities play a very important part in catapulting you to where you need to be. So it's the best interest now to follow them wherever they may lead. We are being encouraged to listen to our inner strength and to draw courage in the unknown, and to feel the fear and do it anyway and create a brand new life. New opportunities might present themselves in the area of relationships, home or career. There might be a chance to move, study or travel or embark on an exciting new endeavor. Regardless, you must pay attention to the signs and seize the moment when it arrives. When you've opened to new beginnings, the universe will send you the next logical step to take. So embrace new beginnings and make your dreams come true. So this beautiful reading for today, along with these beautiful spirit animals, is just absolutely symbolically telling us exactly where we are and where we're headed. We're coming out of this deep winter and we're claiming our independence in this moment of between past and future, really learning to trust our intuition and to make sure that we integrate the lessons that we've learned so that we are empowered and ready to step into the new cycle on the 17th of February, which is the next new moon, which will be the official start of the year of the fire horse. Now, I will do a reading then again, but I want to just talk a little bit about the two elements and how it crosses over to each other. The year of the wood snake is the wood element, and this element has really helped us this year to grow and to look at a plant in the sense that all growth isn't always above the ground. Even during the resting phase, during the winter phases, there's still growth. But that is where the plant focuses on root growth, on growing deeper into Mother Earth, deeper into the darkness, deeper into a grounded, secure strength, so that when spring comes, the growth cycle switches over again to new leaves, new wood, and new height in the plant. And that cannot be happening if the root phase during the winter months didn't happen. So I'm reminded again this year of the beauty of cycles. We as human beings on this planet, I think, have finally recognized, or we're starting to recognize, that the man-made machine that we have created, that we call productivity and progress, is so far removed from the natural cycles of the universe. No wonder we are showing symptoms of burnout, of abandonment, of exhaustion, of disconnection, of chaos, of anger and anxiety. We see this in the world all around us, and I think part of that is because we are living this artificial life of Monday to Sunday, especially we're focusing on Monday to Friday, the grind, the sort of hamster on a wheel syndrome that we've created, that we've called modern and progress. We are longing to connect with something that is real again. We have just started on this Age of Aquarius journey, which is all about technology and modernization, automation, and artificial intelligence. And as exciting as that may be, especially for our younger generation, we are reminded that we must not lose sight of being grounded on Mother Earth, of being connected to the natural cycles of life, the natural seasons of life. And if you want to thrive in 2026, this is my advice and guidance for you. Make sure that you ground yourself in these natural cycles of life. We're looking at moon cycles. We're looking at waves and patterns of nature that is synchronized and in alignment with the bigger cosmos around us. And it's time for us to return to those cycles, not to move backwards, but to have that beautiful alignment and coherence with what the whole universe is staging for us. So if you want to thrive in 2026, I really want to encourage you to really look at your calendars. And yes, you might still have to run from Monday to Friday for business, career and work. But I want you to look at your calendar in a new way and maybe just take note of the moon cycles, because full moons are great times to launch new projects, begin new things, and new moons is a good time to set new intentions, but also to cleanse and to clear what needs to be cleansed and cleared. So when we understand how the moon cycles work, it has the same impact on the tides, it has the same impact on our bodies. And we start to recognize that every planetary movement out there is connected to this beautiful intergalactic clock, I'm going to call it. It's a mechanism where everything is in constant motion. But when we align our energy with this beautiful cosmos of ours and the cycles and seasons that present in our life, we use that energy to launch ourselves when the time is right and to rest when the time is right. So look at your restful times during new moon and maybe give yourself a little bit of space to be with yourself, to hear your own thoughts and to be in a receptive mode, and to really be aware of what it is that your brain is picking up and transmitting. Very few of our thoughts that we have in our brain is our own. Mostly it's just receiving the thoughts that is generated all around us. So it's a very good idea to constantly ask and check in with yourself during the day and ask yourself, what is it that I'm feeling? What energy am I experiencing? And what is mine and what is not mine? And really make that discernment and see what is helping you to attain your goals versus what is not. Choose your thoughts carefully, seeing that they're all being broadcasted, because the ones that you nourish and focus on, that is where the energy flows. So if you're constantly focusing on lack, or focusing on limitation, or focusing on not having enough, or not being enough, not being good enough, not being perfect enough, not being productive enough, all the messages that the world is really pumping onto our social media and things like that for us to consume, then that is what you will experience more of. And I really believe that we're moving into a cycle where our manifestation is becoming much faster. So this 1111 sort of noticing of the 1111 kind of concept over the last few years has been a reminder to be mindful of your thoughts, be mindful of your words that you speak, be mindful of your choices and actions, because it all starts with the thought, and that thought becomes, what you articulate and the choices you make, and ultimately that becomes your choices and your embodiment, and that becomes the life that you are living. So if you want to change your life, if something's not working, it's pointless to try and fix it out here. You have to work that back to starting with how you think, how you talk to yourself, how you respect yourself, how you love yourself, the boundaries that you constantly break with yourself, because that is where it all ripples out from there. So if you want a different experience in 2026, now is the time to begin to do that mental cleanup and to become aware and present with yourself, and to figure out what is it that I am constantly returning my thoughts to, because what we focus on, that expands. So make sure that you focus on the things that you really want to experience in your life. And this is where the dog energy comes in with this beautiful number 1, and this beautiful loyalty and unconditional love and joy. It's so beautiful. So this is the new moon energy of this final sort of moon cycle for 2025, as we move into the fiery energy of the fire horse. Now with that, a final reminder and warning for 2026. Nothing doomsy. I don't believe in doom and gloom, but I do want to warn you about this. It's a double fire element. The horse is a fiery element, plus it's the element of fire. So fire again is transformation and transmutation. It is the element that totally transmutes an element from one aspect to another. So now is also a good time to do a little bit of letting go and using fire energy to transmute that. The warning is this though: be careful what horse you mount in 2026. You don't want to climb on a runaway horse. You don't want to overcommit. You don't want to burn out and light your candle on too many ends, basically is what I'm saying. So this reminded us to create space and to have some time to reflect on what it is that you want to do. That gives us the freedom that the horse brings. Befriend the horse, because this is going to be a companion for the next 13 new moons going forward. And be very mindful of this beautiful energy, because the only thing that you have to focus on really in 2026 is to have momentum towards your goals. Slow and steady wins the race. It doesn't have to be a race horse and an obstacle course. That is going to be your own making. So be sure that you create space and time for you, so that you don't overwhelm yourself and constantly look towards the future. It is very easy in a fiery horse energy to constantly reach forward. But this year, with the horse energy, wants to remind you to be present. Think about riding a horse and recognizing that you and the horse are moving as one. The horse is also intuitive. It's also aware of its environment. But they scare easily. They're very distrusting of things that looks out of place. And the switch over from the snake to the horse energy is quite interesting. So be mindful that you don't feed that anxious, restless energy that a horse can also embody. But focus on calm, focused, assured trust and confidence. Sure-footedness is what I'm going to use. And we do that by creating clarity. Where is it that we are traveling? And have space to breathe and observe what is going on around you, and have plenty moments of rest. You don't want to run your horse down into the ground. Have plenty of time of rest, recuperation, drink plenty of fluids, be mindful of the fiery energy in not taking on too much. So healthy boundaries is a very important psychological, emotional, mental, spiritual aspect that we need to practice in 2026. So I really hope that spirit animals has brought you some clarity during this new moon and this final few weeks of the wood snake. And my sincere prayer and hope for all of you is that you will just integrate all the lessons that you've learned, sail out of those old skins that is still detaching from our bodies, and become ready for the horse energy as it arrives with the next new moon. So over the next few weeks, my prayer for you is to stay blessed, stay focused, and be kind to yourself, be kind to one another, and let's remember to just always be the light of the world. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, and I'm excited to get into our new creative endeavors going forward. So much love and light from me to you. I'll see you again real soon. Bye bye for now.